on them. And there.
I put it in your test. So I put your homework, when I gave you the test back, it was inside the test.
Well, I didn't even notice.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I did. Believe me, I carry enough. I don't need any extras to carry back and forth. Yes, I'm ready. Today's the 7th, I think.
So, my question on test 1,
Yes. Good. Wow.
number 5,
Okay.
which is the number of McDonald's restaurants.
What was it?
It's a word problem.
Yes.
Number 5.
Oh, sorry.
From number 5 from test 1.
Uh-huh. So the number of McDonald's restaurants worldwide in 2010 was finish.
Yes. That's easy.
Yeah.
Let me just write the points. But you got 12 out of 12, though. Oh, you just want to redo it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
I decided to print another copy of the test, and I found myself stuck on that question.
Yes. So in 2010, 32737 restaurants. In 2005, 31046. And they want us to write a linear equation. They want us to predict in 2013. And then when will the number of restaurants be to 45,000? So number 1, equation or function. Number 2, what happens in 2013. And number 3, when the number of restaurants reaches 45,000. Good. Perfect. And X represents, I forgot to copy that, X represents the number of years since 2005. So X equals 0 represents 2005. Perfect. Good. Can anyone give us an idea of how to start, what to do with this problem? So first of all, we are given 2 points. Okay, can anyone dictate the points for us?
5, 7.
This represents, yes, if you want to start with the first one, yes, that's fine. So this one is 5, 32,737, I agree. And this one is, very good, 31,046. In order to find an equation that is linear, because we assume that the trend or the relationship is linear, we have to find the first. Right. So we have to find the slope. So the slope is, by definition, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I copy in any order you want. I prefer this minus this minus this. So I have 32737 minus 31046 over 5 minus 0. And after we calculate, you can give me the number.
1691.
1691?
Oh,
16. Okay. So this is measurement unit. Extremely number of restaurants per, the measurement unit of a ratio is the measurement unit for the top per the measurement unit for the bottom. The top measurement unit is number of, good. The bottom is the measurement unit, years. So then this is 1691 restaurants per year. So is it an increasing trend or a decreasing trend? Yes, because the slope is positive. Correct. Good. So now I have the slope. What do I do next to find the equation of the line?
Oh, it's 1691 is 5.
Ah. Good.
Y minus y1.
Yes, that's good. That's perfect. However, because I have 0 comma, I prefer the other one. what is the other equation that I'm talking about? Y equals, indeed, mx plus b. So therefore, y equals 1691 divided by 5, x plus, good. So this is done. Now we're asked to find what happens in 2013. What do I have to do in order to determine the number of restaurants in 2013? X with 8, because 2005 is 0. 2013 will represent x equals 8. So therefore, y equals 1691 divided by 5 multiplied by 8 plus 31,046. Then y is the number of restaurants expected to be in place running in 2013. What is it?
33,751.6.
Good. Or 2. Good. So now we're asked to find when will the total number of restaurants worldwide would be 45,000. What do I do now?
So y 45,000.
Very good. So I have 45,000 equals 1691 over 5x plus 31,046. What now?
Subtract 31,046.
Very good. So I have 45,000 minus 31,046 equals 1591 over 5 times x. Now I multiply everything by 5 and divide everything by 1691. So 5 divided by 1691 multiplied by 45,000 minus 31,046, and that will be when the total number grows to 45,000. And I'll put this in my calculator. So one more time, I multiply both sides by 5, and then I divide both sides by 1691. So I have 5 multiplied by 45,000 minus 31046, and then I divide by 1691. And I got 41 years roughly. So x approximately 41 years since 2005. So approximately in the year 2046. Yes?
Completely unrelated, but I do not have 9. And also I have a 0 in for the last one of games.
It must have been sweet. And I must have been hungry. And I'm assuming I chewed it up. I'll find it. Yeah, if it's sweet and good. Okay, next question. I'll find it. I'll find it. I'll find it. Maybe I put in somebody else's test by mistake. Yep, that is possible. Yes? Wonderful, yes, because you are going to have it. Yep. Good. It was a long time ago. So just make sure I did not give you an extra homework by mistake. And you're sure you turn it in? Okay. Well, I normally don't lose things. But yes, sometimes I misplace them. That is possible. Okay, next question, please. Number 6. Very good. Let's look at the piecewise defined function. Very good idea. So you're really doing the reviewing for me. Good. I love it. So f of x equals negative x plus 3 for x less than negative 1 and negative 2x minus 4 for x greater than or equal to negative 1. Very good. So we're asked to graph this function. What do I start with? What is the first step? Yes, I have to find the domain. Excellent. I always have to find the domain when I am asked to graph a function. Always. Good. Can anyone tell me how to replace this piece in interval notation? Good. How do I replace this piece? To infinity with the bracket. Good. So now can anyone identify the domain of this function? Good. 0 must be in the chart. Which other x value must be in the chart for sure? Of course. What are the symbols? If you are using my method, what are the symbols that you are going to draw right under negative 1? Parenthesis to the left and bracket to the right. Then you're going to say, okay, I know that this piece belongs to one of the two functions. Which piece? Yes.
Should negative 1 be on the other side of 0?
Oh.
Oh. I was so confused. I'm so confused. I was so confused.
I can't.
I was like,
I can't get away with anything in this class. I cannot even say that negative 1 is bigger than 0. But you know, if the professor says that negative 1 is bigger than 0, you should say, oh, yeah.
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 Well, I have to tell you, I am awake. Bless you. My apologies. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Good. So this portion, good. Negative x plus 3. Now I look twice. Okay. Now the other piece is with which function? Good. What type of functions are these? Right. Linear, of course. How many points we need? Right. So I'm going to say negative 2. Let's plug it in and tell me the answer.
So that's just a random number.
Anyway, I'm not going to put negative 10 because then I have to have a huge graph. So with negative 2. Perfect. With negative 1. Very good. With negative 1 on the other side. Very good. With 0 on the other side. Good. And that's good enough. Therefore, let's graph. Negative 2 comma 5. Negative 1 comma negative 1 comma 4. No, I don't trust myself on anything. Okay, so this is that branch, the left branch. It has to stop at negative 1 comma 4. On the other side, negative 1, negative 2. It's a full point. 0, negative 4. And it continues. Yes, you're correct. The domain is indeed all real numbers, but I'm going to ask about the range. So can anyone present the range? Correct, negative infinity. comma, absolutely, absolutely, with a closed or open.
Close.
Very good. Union, very good. Excellent. Very good problem. Anything else before we go back to, yes, please.
How do you find a range? Like,
From the lowest value, gap. Anything else? Or we go back to chapter, we reviewed last time 10 and 11. So now today I would like to go back to 8, 9, and 4. Yes, please.
Oh, shoot.
Yes.
These number 7. Yeah.
Yes. Find the equation of the line that passes through. It's a very good problem. Thank you, because I would have done that anyway. So 2 comma negative 3, perpendicular to the equation 2x plus y equals 15. Very good. Perfect. So I am told that I need to determine the equation of a line, y equals whatever, knowing 2 things about this line. Somewhere along the line, or the line passes if you want, through the point 2 comma negative 3. And I also know that it's perpendicular to a line whose equation is given negative 2x plus y equals 15. And of course there are 4 90-degree angles in there. Where is the starting point? What do? I would like to determine the equation of this line. I only have a point. I'm missing what? I'm missing the slope. Because if I have the slope and the point, right, I can find the equation. Good. So somehow I have to find the slope, and it is given, but it's hidden. It's not out in the open. I'm not told here the slope is blah. But somehow it is given. Because I know that 2 lines which are perpendicular to each other have a specific relationship between their slopes. What is the slope, the relationship between the 2 slopes of 2 lines which are perpendicular? The M1 equals, or times M2, yes, equals, specifically a number. Specific number, not any number. Negative. Right. So you either remember as M1 times M2 equals negative 1, or you remember it as M1 equals the negative reciprocal of M2. One or the other. They are both the same. How do I get this one? Cross multiplying. If I cross multiply here, I get this. So whichever you prefer. Okay, so then I can determine the slope of M1, but I have to find the slope of M2. But I have the equation. Is there any way to determine from the given equation, is there any way of determining the slope? What should I do to this equation to find the slope? Solve for y, very good. So I have negative 2x plus y equals 15, and when I solve for y, all I have to do is, yes, move 2x. Then I have this so-called M2 of the second line. So what is the slope of M2? Then what will be the slope of M1 in that case? Very good. Negative 1/2. Perfect. Therefore now, everything is given to us. So I have the slope, which is negative 1/2, and I have a point which is 2 comma negative 3. How to determine the equation of the line with a given slope that I've just determined and the point that was given to us from the beginning. What do I use next?
so
I cannot use y equals mx plus b because I'm not given 0 comma a number. So it's a second equation, which is exactly, which is y minus y1
this is M times X.
X minus X1.
Good. So now x1 is 2, y1 is -3, and the slope is -1/2. I have to put them in. So then I have y plus 3 equals -1/2 x minus 2, and I distribute -1/2 x and plus 1 and minus 3 because I have to subtract 3. I have to bring it to the other side. So -1/2 times x and -1/2 times -2 is 1. And then I bring -3. So y equals -1/2 x minus 2. This is the equation of the line passing through 2, -3 and definitely perpendicular to the given line. -2x plus y equals 15. Very good questions.
So how did we know what the M2 was?
By solving the equation for y, setting it into the form y equals mx plus b. So once I have m2, which is 2, I plug it in here, and I get m1 to be -1/2. Very good questions. Going back to chapter 9, unless you have other questions. Which one?
This is part of one.
Okay, very good. Perfect. Please remember, it is crucial to redo all your tests several times. But don't just stay on one test for 3 days, right? So do 4, do 3, do 2, do 1, to come back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay? Good. On page 582, we are reviewing chapter 9 now. And then 8, and then 4. Let's start with problem 4 on page 582. And this is -6 less than x minus quantity 3 minus 4x, close the parentheses, less than -3. One minute. First step. Yes, x.
-3 plus 4x.
Good. Next step.
5x
step to all three sides. So negative 6 less than 5x less than 0. Very good. So negative 3/5 less than x less than 0. In interval notation, what would you write? See, if I don't write x in, it looks like an ordered pair. Very good. Allow me to, for 1 second, remind you about the final exam because I don't want to forget. So the options are, however, I highly recommend do not leave it for the last moment. Your test, your final exam should be on Wednesday. Okay, but if you want to come to take it on Monday between 5 and 7, Tuesday between 3 and 7, or Wednesday between 3 and 7. Okay, in this room. Okay, good. Next problem. If you missed it, the final exam, I have to calculate your grade with a 0. It will break my heart, but I have no choice. Okay? Okay, next problem. Problem 5. 3x minus 5 greater than 6 or negative x less than negative 5. We do not meet on Monday, other than if you want to take the final exam between 5 and 7. Next problem is 12. (3x minus 2 in absolute value plus 6 equals 10. Okay, first step. Good. And greater than 11/3. The other one is I have to divide or multiply both sides by -1. What happens here? Okay. So now I have to graph this to make sure that I read the correct solution. Greater than 11/3. 11/3 is a little bit more than 3. So here will be 11/3. And 5 will be somewhere here. I don't care for units. Greater than 11/3 is this. Greater than 5 is this. And I'm asked to perform which operation with intervals? What does this represent? There are two operations with intervals or sets: union or intersection, right? So which one is this? Is it the union or the intersection? Union is the union. The end is intersection. The end is very strong. Yes. So you have from 11/3 to infinity. I have from 5 to infinity, and we are trying to work together. That will be the intersection. So you bring to the table 11/3 to infinity, and I bring to the table 5 to infinity. What do we enjoy together? Not what we have in common. What can we use as a partnership? You bring $10,000 to the partnership. I only bring 5. How much can we use? Don't add them up though. How much can we use?
5.
You bring 10, I bring 5.
10,000.
Exactly. That's the idea here. Without adding them up. So my example is not perfect. So you bring 10,000, I only bring 5. What do we have in common? The 5 we have in common, right? You bring 5, but more. So I'm enjoying the same because we are in a partnership. So we're both enjoying or all enjoying 10,000. Okay? So the union will be between 11/3 to infinity. So x in 11/3 to infinity. Okay, we're solving the absolute value of 3x minus 2 plus 6 equals 10. And then we'll look at 24. The absolute value of 6x minus 5, less than or equal to 5. And then 26. The absolute value of 5x minus 3, greater than 2. Okay, 12. Do we need more time? The absolute value of 3x minus 2 plus 6 equals 10.